everyone, it's Dawn and welcome. And today we're going to be continuing with our series of how I show you what I do and how I make different papercraft products with my rectangular template sets. And today we're going to do a matting and layering technique with a greeting card which will be 5 by 7 inches. Now what we do first of all, we take our card that we're going to have for our card base, and this is a double-sided card as you can see, so I'm going to use that for the front of my card. And because this is nice and plain inside and not too dark, we can write on that, but if we want to put a mat on the inside we can, but we're not going to today. And what we do, we fold it up, and when this is folded it will be 5 by 7 once it's folded. And what we do is we place our card base on the mat here, or on our card, and we make sure that this line here is against the fold. Don't make it the other way or it'll just chop the thing in half. So just line it up like that, get it into the corner nice and square, and when you're happy with the position you take your pencil and you draw around it like that. And then when you've done that, what you do is you take your scissors, you cut it out, and when you've done that you will have a piece that looks like that. And so there you are. Just make sure that that nice fold is a fold line like that. It's nice and sharp and crisp, and that will open up, and you can use it that way or you can use it that way. But today we're going to use ours this way. And I've got 3 mats on my card making set. Every card making set I've made, my template sets, they're all 3 mats. And today we're going to use all of them. Why not? So this video is really all about how we make our card base and how we do the matting and laying with our templates. So let's get on with it, shall we? Now we're going to do mat 1 first, and mat 1 is 6.5 by 4.5. So they're all roughly half an inch smaller than the previous one. So for example, this is 5 by 7 and the first mat is 6.5 by 4.5, and you'll see what we mean as we go along. And I will put all of the sizes of my card base and my mats in the description down below in the description box, so that if you need to refer back to them you can. And what we do is obviously we don't fold this, we keep our card flat this time. We put our mat on it, cut it, draw around it, cut it out, and you've got that. So there's our mat. That one's folded because it's an old one, but that's alright. We're going to use glue. As you can see, that's what will be the back to that one. So you've got there like that, but we're going to glue this side, so we're not going to put the 2 identical pieces together. Now I'm going to use my tacky, well it's not tacky glue actually, it's like a tacky glue. If you use the orange glue stick, this is glue stick, but if you use the orange one, it is like a tacky glue and it is very strong. But do make sure you get it into those edges and the corners, otherwise it will lift. You can use tape if you want to. I wouldn't recommend using hot glue because it might dry quicker than you need it to. But you can use any strong glue. But I'm using this because it's quick and clean-ish. So that's what we're going to do. Give it a good coating. And then we just pick it up. And I'll just bring that into the middle so that we can see what we're doing. And we just pop that down like that. And the good thing about using this type of glue is it does give you a bit of time to get your mat in the right position. Any bits of glue like that, just wipe the things off because it will dry flat and it will dry clear. So if you get any splodges of glue, don't worry about them. Now that's our first one, all nice and neatly done. And now we do the second thing with mat 2. And mat 2 is 6 by 4 inches, and again we draw around it, cut it out, and we're left with a piece like that. So again we're going to turn it over. This is obviously a single-sided. I'm going to use my glue stick again, my orange glue stick, and of course it's quite coincidental that my orange glue stick matches my sort of company logo, the colour of our sort of company colours, but that's a happy coincidence, as they say. So give it a good coating of glue all the way around, like that. And then we take it up like that, bring it over, and we just adjust it like that. Now, if you want your mats to be bigger, or if you want your borders, I should say, to be bigger, you make your mats bigger. If you want your borders to be smaller, you make your mats bigger. But if you want it the other way around, if you want your borders to be wider, you make the mat smaller. So you can adjust them however you like. And then we have one more mat. As I said, I've used all 3 of my mats. This is mat 3, which is 5.5 by 3.5. And that is my mat 3. Gorgeous mat. This really is. I love this shiny paper. It came out of the Chasing Rainbows pack. All of my papers came out of the Chasing Rainbows pack. And here's another little tip for you. If you're using a paper pack to use your matting and layering, make sure you use your cardstock and all your mats from the same paper pack. And that way they will always coordinate beautifully. Your card will coordinate beautifully if you stick to the same paper pack per card for the same card. So there we go. Again, we just stick it in the middle like that. I quite like that size of border, but as I say, you can adjust it. If you want your borders a little bit bigger, you can. If you want them smaller, but for me, that's about right. So that's really all we do. So we've done our matting, we've done our layering, we've got our card base, and all you've got to do now is decorate your card. And you can decorate it and embellish it any way you like. We're not going to show you how to do that now because this video is really all about the matting and layering and the card base. But I will show you what this card will look like, or what it might look like once you have decorated it. Now I've done it like that. All I've done is I found a sentiment and a little embellishment in my embellishment box, and I've made some flowers to go with it. So you can do yours any way you like. You can put your own embellishments, you can make your own flowers, you can use shop bought flowers, you can use whatever you like. So there we go. This is the sort of a before and after. So this is once we've done the plain matting and layering, which looks fantastic, and that's what our card looks like once we've put our embellishments on it, the completed card. So I hope you've enjoyed this and found it useful. And hopefully it's given you a guide on how to make your own templates if you don't want to use the dies or perhaps haven't got them. So thank you for watching. I hope you have found this useful and that you give it a go yourself. And I'll be back very soon with one more tutorial with using my template sets with rectangles. We will be making a book box. It's quite simple to follow, so you shouldn't have any trouble. And I'll see you then. So in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Please do stay safe, have fun and happy crafting. Bye bye for now.